Korean skincare. Let's get it. So I want to try this Beauty of Joseon Korean skincare daily tinted sunscreen, and I got it in the shade MN230. So let's get into that. Now, this Korean skincare has been all over, social media about how it is the best, da 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 da. And not specifically this brand, but many of the Korean skincare brands. So I got this skin tint off of Amazon. It comes in 12 different shades. I was torn between MY220 and MN230. So I just ended up with MN230, all right? So let's see. So it is a skin tint and has SPF 40. And it comes in 50 milliliters. So a good amount. Okay, so let's get into it. So my skincare is already prepped. So I am going to start out with my primer. And I'm actually just gonna mix my primer with the skin tint because I've seen somebody do it. So this is what the shade is looking like. And then we're just gonna mix that in, okay? So this is what it's looking like. So let's get our brush. So it feels very nice on the skin. It's very lightweight. And once again, it's not going to be full coverage because it is a skin tint. And I think this is a perfect match. So I'm glad I went with the MN3. What I said, MN3 230. Right? MN230 instead of the MY. All right, so this is what the base is looking like. I think it was definitely a perfect match. I'm so happy I went with the MN230. And you could just wear it like this because, like, duh, it's a skin tint and it's skincare. So you don't even have to go in with the rest of your, makeup routine. Like concealer, blush, and anything else that you do. But I am going to do that. So let's do our concealer. And with my concealers, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer in the shade Deep Olive and the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Full Wear in the shade Almond. So that's 410. Alrighty. I am making a mess, okay? All right, let's find our brush. But before we're gonna let that concealer sit for a minute, we're gonna do our eyebrows. And I don't know if I can do my eyebrows with you guys on the camera. So we will see. And I use a dollar store pencil. Everybody I know always have a hard time doing their eyebrows. I always tell them, like, it's like coloring and outlining. All right, so let me finish my eyebrows. Now I'm going to use my NYX brow glue in the shade medium brown. Now we could get into our concealer. Alrighty, our concealer is done. So let's get into our let me see, blush. And I think I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Putty blush. That is what we're gonna use today. Let me find me a brush. Alrighty, so this is what it's looking like. So let's do a little lip and then we will be done. So let's see, what lip should we do? We're going to do a nude lip. I'm gonna use my new e.l.f. Brown pencil. And I'm gonna use this matte nude lipstick that I got from TJ Maxx, no brand. So this is what it's looking like so far. All right, let me spray my face real quick and I'm gonna come back. Alrighty, here's the final look. So let's get into the juice of this Korean skincare craze, okay? So Beauty of Joseon, like I said, comes in 12 shades, light, medium, and dark. I think the shade range is pretty decent, but I can't really judge because it's easy for me to find my shade versus someone who is darker than me, right? It says that it is a tint and SPF, and it gives you a naturally radiant look. It combines skincare with SPF, hydration, and control, meaning that it will give you a dewy look, and it's also for people with oily skin. So it has dewy hydration, but it's controlled, meaning that oily skin people can also use it or benefit from it as well. It's very lightweight and it's buildable. As you can see, you can still see my hyperpigmentation, but it's a skin tint. It's not full coverage, so you expect that, you know. It's infused with hydrated ingredients and shine control. And you could do the no makeup look. It has SPF 40. And let's see what Beauty of Joseon says on the back of the box. It says it has oil control benefits. It keeps your skin balanced and your base looking fresh. And one thing I do like about this product, it does not leave a white cast on your face because it does have 40% SPF in it, and that's always the issue with people of colors. Oh, we usually get a white cast, but it has not left a white cast. Okay, so will I repurchase this? Yes. It was only $20. I got it off of Amazon. The amount of product that you do get is decent, and I love how it feels on my face. Now, right now it's 11:12 a.m. and I'm gonna come back at let me see what time I'll come back. I'm gonna come back at 6:30 p.m. to show you what it's looking like. Okay. All right, guys, I am back and it's currently 6:30. I am about to go home for the day. So this is from like 11:15 to 6:30 wear. And as you can see, this is what it's looking like. So I think it, performed well throughout the day. Of course, my concealer is always an issue with my concealer, but the actual skin tint, 10 out of 10, do recommend. And I forgot to add, this is a mineral sunscreen, so that's also a plus. So would I repurchase? Yes, I definitely will. Do so.